as kids, come this way. And so we went over and I got 2 bags of like pay dirt that she was able to like, they had all the different, actually it was funny because they had like 4 Garrett sifters and then like a wooden box sifter. And
Uh-huh.
so I got 2 bags of pay dirt with like gems and minerals and stuff. So she got to sit
How
there and
cool is
sift.
that?
I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Man, stuff like that. We need more stuff like that for kids and stuff. But that is really cool.
Yeah. And one of the things that was so neat was in the grab bag. So I ended up, she asked me to open it for her and whatnot. And each individual like stone and mineral, they were all in a little bit like each separate bags with the name of what it is and where it originates or where it was found. And then it says donated from so and so's collection. And I'm like, that's so cool. Like to get kids like excited and then it's a memory of like whomever, and they might still even be around, but this came from Joe Schmo's collection. I'm like, that's so cool.
It
um
really is.
I'm
It
like,
really
oh,
is.
they should do grab bags like that for kids when they come to these events. They get to open a bag and they
Yeah,
get a
you just gave
crotal
me a great
bell.
idea. You gave me a
Yeah.
great idea for my hunt coming up, to do grab bags, maybe for the games or something, um, but then put it in like a bag where no one knows what it is. Because last time I did my little treasure box thing, people dug through it, and what
Yeah.
they dug and dug and dug and dug to find, instead of like what your grab bag is, like you
Hmm.
did your grab bag at this thing,
Oh yeah,
everybody
yeah,
loves
yeah.
it. It's always a success. And people reach in and they don't see what they're getting, but they pull out one thing. Well, the way I did it with my treasure chest, they could throw the corn toss thingy or cornrow toss thing in, and if, they got 3 tries, and if they got all 3, they could get 3 prizes out of there. They got one until they got one prize in there, and then they would go get a prize, and the people would be digging in there and just pulling out what they wanted instead of just going in there and reaching in and grabbing something. But I may end up doing something like that. You gave me a great idea with the grab bag thing
Yeah, it was
for
just
something like
paper
prizes.
brown bags. You can get like
Yeah,
what,
you
500
can
for
get
like.
like 500 for dirt cheap. Yeah.
Yep. But the kids thing, like if they're ever a hunt, I'm gonna make grab bags like that for the kids, and it's gonna say, this crotal bell came from Digger Degaz's collection, and this is how it
Right.
was, where it was made, and what it's from, and like blah 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 blah, and different things like that.
Speaking of crotal bells,
Oh, Miss
I wanted
Steph.
a crotal bell so
Yeah.
bad on this trip. Oh man. So last time I was in New Hampshire, I found almost a whole crotal bell, but it was still broken at the same site where we went this time. We went back to it, and you could see all the holes from whoever the previous diggers, like from that day or the day before, were already there, and we hunted. And the previous year in that same area, I found part of a crotal bell. I found a silver ring. And I found a lock. I found like this really cool, I don't know, shield thing. Probably was like on a saddle shield or something. But anyway, we went back to that site, and very first thing, Steph digs a, was it infantry?
Infantry. Yep. Eagle Eye.
Infantry Eagle Eye button,
Civil War. Yep.
Civil War, absolutely stunning, gorgeous, still with shank and everything, perfect, great shape. And then, I don't know, everybody started finding all this cool stuff. I kept finding these little bits of pieces of brass. I don't know what it was at all. Oh, it was driving me crazy. Just one piece after another. And
Oh, so many, and you're not the
so
only one,
many.
because Miguel and myself too. They sound so good,
Y'all
and
were
then you.
digging. They
Oh yes.
did. You had to dig them, though. I
Yup.
wasn't going to not dig it.
Yep.
And I kept digging that. And so I'm over there digging that, and Steph finds a crotal bell. Well, um, she's like videoing and taking photos, and then she covers it up, and then she takes a few steps away and digging another hole, and then as she's walking, turns around, she goes back over that same hole where she dug the crotal bell, and there's another signal, and she opens it back up, and there's another crotal bell, same size. They were small crotal bells, beautiful green patina.
Yep.
Well, anyway, long story short, I'm over there drooling because I wanted a whole crotal bell this trip. But what's so funny is later she texts me, she says, "I'm such a dummy," and she sends me a photo. And the first time she dug it, there in that photo, you can see the second crotal bell. She just didn't see it because it was probably half covered with mud and from her angle. But you can clearly see it in the photo. It was funny. But it's a good thing she went back over that hole, because, and I tell people all the time, this happens to people that are out digging, that they're going, "Oh, I went after it. All I got is a nail." Well, recheck that hole. You went after it for a reason, and I don't think that was what kind of signal were you getting? And then, sure enough, there was, the nail was just, more of the grunt signal. Whatever they were picking up was giving off a better signal. But so many people that I dig with are like, "Oh, yeah, I just dug a nail." I'm like, recheck your hole.
It's always the best thing to do. Like, you don't know. Like, there always could be, you have layers, so.
Yeah, so many layers, and a lot of times I'll know if I'm digging something, too, if I know that there's iron near or in the hole as well, but I'm still getting a higher tone. And I just took out 2 nails, then I'm rechecking that to make sure, because a lot of times there is something else in there.
Yeah, those burn sites or the like old barn sites and anything that's got like hot iron, you get, if you hear it, you can hear the good tone, and you start digging in your pinpointer and you get nails. Like the pinpointer, you got to keep going. Like the amount of times
you got to keep going, because
I don't even bother. I don't even bother closing it anymore. It's like you leave the hole open, go back with your shovel, do more with the pinpointer, and like it's
push that dirt around too. Because if you've moved or dislodged the coin or the other thing, and there's a bunch of nails in that, it will especially after you've taken it out of its little Goldilocks area, you've shifted that soil, and there might be, several nails sitting on top of it then, or sometimes it just sounds better because you've gotten it out of that iron-infested area. So, yeah, don't give up. Get out all those nails, go back over it. You'll be surprised. You're going to find a lot more than... A lot of people miss those targets. And that's why I think so many people were going back over these targets and finding, they probably dug down, got a nail, and covered it back up, and yet there was a good something in there. That happened a lot. People left good stuff in the hole.
Yeah, well, it didn't help that there was, any of those sites, you have a lot of iron, and you have a lot of trash. Like, there's going to be a lot of aluminum. And you just gotta dig it. Gotta dig it.
Yep, part of it. Got to take out the trash. Part of life, taking out the trash.
Yes, yeah. You just have to.
It's just got to be done. Well, I know we're winding down a time. I don't know. I'm sure American Digger Relic Roundup is about to pop on, aren't they? Soon. Do they have a show tonight? I haven't noticed. But it's been fun rehashing all of our fun adventures from the weekend. I just almost didn't want it to end. I was really sad to see Amanda have to leave a little early. But
I didn't want to leave. It was fun. It was a great break.
It was so much fun. And yeah, my next goal is I'm working and trying and working to get her. I'm just hoping we can make it happen to get her to come to my hunt in November. It looks like I talked to Debbie this weekend. We're working on getting mine labs. We've just got to get it okay by headquarters. I think we're working on getting Nocta Macro there. And I know Garrett is going to be there, as well as I think we've got some other vendors coming to set up. So if you know of anybody that wants to come and set up a booth, just let me know or Butch know at American Digger Magazine. If you haven't heard already, we've got 2 hunts going on. We've got the meet and greet on Friday. That's November 1st. And this is in Pittsburgh, Texas. If you haven't heard the word yet, I'll be doing a video very soon on the hunts. And then on Saturday is my birthday bash metal detecting hunt, where I'll be planting silver prize tokens as well as caches all over the property. So it'll be a blast, lots of fun. And then on Sunday, we've got America Digger Magazine is coming to Texas, and they're putting the hunt on for Sunday, so same property. It'll be a blast, so I really hope you can make it. Just check out gypsydigs.com, go to events page, and you can find out more information about the hunt coming up in November.
Awesome. Very exciting. And you are correct. Relic Roundup is next. They're talking with Ron Offerman about timing is everything. And that was an article that was in the March-April 2024 issue of American Digger Magazine. So they will be going live next after us. The chat, I know our chat has been sporadic. It looks like comments are coming through in giant chunks. That could be possibly Spreaker. Just not wanting to work very well. Yeah, so sorry if anybody said hi and didn't get a response or whatnot. It looks like this chat has been funky.
Sorry I wasn't able to be in chat tonight, but I will be soon. So more travels coming up, but
we got guests coming too.
And we've got guests coming too, so we will see you all next Monday, and thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. You all have a great night. Thank you all.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, all.